So let's try to install Laravel Herd, and then of course InvoicePlane version 2. Let's go. First thing we need is Laravel Herd. I already downloaded it. It's in my downloads folder. Completely clean Windows install. Nothing special. I double clicked the downloaded file. Let's see what's happening. If the transitions take too long in between, like downloading this or installing this program, I'll just make a nice screen in between, because if it takes too long, I don't like that. Come on, Windows, any day now. Let's keep going. Herd made some progress. Herd is completed. We're not done yet. So on the desktop, there's a new icon with Herd. Let's open it up. I click on Let's Get Started. So this is a fun one. We don't need Pro. So let's click on Skip for now. And then automatically launch Herd. Let's get started. So we're going to PHP. And we're installing PHP 8.1. That's our version for now. So we're going back to dashboard. And since PHP 8.1 is installed, we can set it globally. And I'm going to pause the recording for just a second. Okay, so about those sites, let's go there. Let's add one. We don't have a starter kit. Project name is InvoicePlane. Testing framework is PHP unit. And I'm pausing this the recording for a second again. So we're gonna need some paths that Herd is looking for applications. And it's here in general. And I can add a path. I can delete this one, this is stupid. Add path. And it's on the C drive. In the code folder. There it is. So for InvoicePlane v2, we need a URL to clone from GitHub. And that's this URL. And when I clone something, I always add the folder that I want to clone it to. So that's ivpl v2. And then I hit enter and it starts cloning. Now I enter that directory. And the first thing we do is copy the env example file to .env. Notepad. I enter a couple of things. So the database is IVPL v2, and my convention is that I add _db. Username is root, password is root. Now comes the difficult part. IVPL v2 is the directory. Herd automatically adds .test as the domain name. So this has to be IVPL v2. But we're not there yet. Right here with the sessions, we also need to make it IVPL v2. And let's see if we missed something. No, we're good to go. Let's go. I'll save it. Step 1. Inside our DOS prompt, we hit composer install. Yarn install and yarn run dev. Let's wait for this and I'll be right back. So yarn run dev is done. So now we're going to use yarn watch, and that just watches all the files that are there, the CSS files, JS files, and it's going to rebuild it once it's necessary. And in the meantime, we're going back to the IVPL v2.test. This is the reason I recorded this video, to do the troubleshooting. So I missed a step. Let's do that step and I'll tell you what I missed. So I'm going to stop the yarn watch. Ctrl C should stop it. CLS in Windows clears the screen. And I have to do PHP artisan key generate. CLS clears the screen. And yarn watch starts my watch. Yarn watch isn't obligated, but when we develop something, we still need it. We want it. Let's use MariaDB. I ended up at the downloads page. And right here, I searched for Windows, which wasn't there. So I picked MS Windows. I'm scrolling down a bit. And I click on download. And while that downloads, I'm going to PHP my admin. I ended up at their downloads page. This time I'm going to pick English only. So remember we downloaded PHP my admin and MariaDB. Let's go install them. I'll do PHP my admin first. Here comes the trick. If I unzip it, I can rename it to just PHP my admin. I'll cut it. I'll go to my other folder, which is the code folder. This is where all my sites are. So whatever I place here, it will end up as a .test domain. And I'll just install MariaDB. Hit next. I accept. Next. Leave everything default. Next. Root password. Well, it says modify password for database user root. So it should be root and confirm as root. Use UTF-8 as default. Next. Service is MariaDB, which is perfect. Port is perfect. Next. Install. Finish. Next step is migrating a database. But before we do that, we go to phpMyAdmin. User is root. Password is root. I need better colors, so I'm gonna choose Metro. Thank you very much. I'm going for database. I'm creating a new database. phpMyAdmin is almost done. So we're going back to the DOS prompt. Make a new DOS prompt. And we're going to the code directory. Clear, CLS clears the screen. PHP artisan migrate. Okay, I'll be right back. So the migration is done. Now it's time to seed the database. So the seeding is done. Let's go to the website. So we're gonna need a username and a password. The users were seeded, which means we not really don't know their passwords. So we're going to phpMyAdmin and make our own. I go to IP users. I take the top user and it's active. And I make the email address something incredibly simple. So we're going to the right. And I usually do so to make a password, we're going to do the following. We're going back to the DOS prompt, clearing the screen, PHP artisan tinker. A password is made by hash colon colon make bracket password quote bracket semicolon enter. That's it. So we're copying this. And we're going to phpMyAdmin. I'm going to paste it. I'm going back to my perfect IVPLv2, a@a.com, password, login, and we're done.